So, Mike, you are with myself, Mush, and Mike Stein. We have decided to do an impromptu in conversation with Aspire Solutions. And I think it's actually to share the changes going, starting off the year. We are in February. It feels as if the year has bulldozed us and 2025 might as well come. So we just want to share currently what's on the cards on Aspire side at the moment.
Yeah, so I guess it's something that most people have to go through in their working careers and as part of companies and organizations. It's moving day, and or moving week or moving month or whatever you want to call it. And we are literally in the last day in our current office and are packing up and getting ready to move to the other office.
So Mike says it that easily because he says other office where he fails to mention that there's actually in between the other office, so call it interim, which most businesses will understand because it is that transition from old to new, but also the reality that there's chaos. So I'm calling interim chaos, Mike.
Well, it's also quite interesting, but that's actually quite remarkable about how modern companies are. And again, it's a COVID outcome, is that we managed to realize that there was going to be a gap between the old and the new, decide to stick everything in storage. People come, they take your stuff to storage, secure temporary space at a hot desk type company for 6 weeks quickly. You didn't take you long. You phoned them.
It took me like 48 hours to get everything in order.
Get the staff there. Computers are all connected. They've already got Wi-Fi, the bandwidth up and running. So despite the fact that we've got this absolute big gap, and some can work at home, so it's kind of because of the way that COVID's made us work. So we actually, in principle, wouldn't lose too much productivity, and we're going to pack up everything and move to a temporary office, then move to our new office.
So what I'm hearing you saying is we've become a lot more adaptable to change really, really quickly, which has been our thinking and our struggle with certain companies to kind of get them there. But the pandemic has certainly paved the way for that.
And that's the thing. It's like, if you think about it, the pandemic has forced a lot of industries to rethink the way they do things. Grocery deliveries, quick, and there's no long turnaround in trying to engage with somebody. People have got to make it work today or tomorrow. There's no having to get a hold of someone 3 weeks in advance and say, I need an office space. We don't think like that anymore. We realize that 3 days or a week before the time, you reach out to somebody, and the industries they're ready for you. They're waiting to say, yes, I understand. You need a quick place to go and stay, or a quick place to sit, or a quick place to study, or you need groceries quickly, or you need something quickly.
Everyth's at the touch of our fingertips.
Yeah, and the industries, it doesn't matter what it is, are gearing themselves to the fact that you can then actually do that so quickly.
So I think the key part for us right now is the challenge of mindset and add more culture. Again, a new space, a new environment, which we all had to get used to. And we're using the reference of COVID because it's kind of become a large excuse in certain environments, but we're seeing it as a positive. But more the mindset of the fact that how comfortably, and I'd say within 3 hours, because every staff member was at work today, within 3 hours, they've packed up their things, they've gone and ensured that everything's in order for tomorrow morning.
Looked at the new place, feel happy that where they're going, so they're going to crack on tomorrow.
So something's going right, Mike, with all the chaos.
The other interesting thing with it is, and that's because of the new space that we're taking, is the feeling of building ergonomics to ensure that it fits what you want as a company. Because I think that the physical structure around you and the environment that you're in really determines part of your kind of the way that you work and the way that, and we really looked at that. So, if you are a company that's used to open spaces and open plan type stuff, and you move into a place that's just little cubicles, you're never going to be able to operate. And vice versa. If you are, an organization that's got closed offices for each person, in order to throw everyone into an open plan office without bleeding it in there, you're going to have an effect on the way that your staff work.
I think we're really lucky on the fact that not just we can see it with and we say it as our staff members, but it's a huge reflection on human beings and families and how adaptable they've become. And we're definitely entering into 2022 with tons of changes, but tons of positive change. And that is more the change that we're seeing in the people around us and closer to the norm of what we had before, but at a faster pace and more adaptable.
And quicker.
So it's definitely pleasing and speaks to our ethos.
Yeah, so I mean, we look forward to it. It's it's a move. It's not gonna. Change is good.
So lastly, I think, Mike, to wrap up, I think what we can say is our interim office is going to be at the Cube workspace in Rondebosch. We'll be contactable, we'll be available, we can have our usual meetings there. And then it is a watch the space on Aspire and where we'll be moving to. And adding to that, 2022 is quite a big year, turning 18 as well. So lots of transition and in conversation with Aspire, myself, Mushfika and Mike, we will definitely keep you updated.
Look forward to it.
Ciao.